If day one was a chance to showcase the future of tennis, well then day two was a time to enjoy the classics.
Game, set, match. Serena Williams.
There's a new man at the head of men's tennis, Rafael Nadal.
It's another special day in the special life of a special champion, Serena Williams.
Well, hello and welcome to the Wimbledon Evening Show presented by Jaguar. And today, all eyes, including those of Rufus the Hawk, were firmly on two titans of the game. 7 times Wimbledon champion Serena Williams was back in action today. She hasn't played a singles match since this time last year in round 1. And then 2-time Wimbledon champion Rafa Nadal, he hasn't been here since 2019. He was also on centre court. We'll bring you up to speed on how their matches played out in a few moments' time. But for now, we're going to take you out and about around the grounds and bring you the best shots from day 2.
Superb.
That's a good hustle from Hives, isn't it? She was a long way behind the baseline. Sakkari maybe could have hit this drop shot a little bit better, but full credit to this lady.
All able to fashion the tweener to produce the winner.
Certain amount of disdain, swatted away.
Such timing, just rips a winner. Incredible.
Well, that was a tremendous return from Hallett. Nicola did well to turn that point around.
So smart for him to hit the drop shot, pushed Hallett back.
13-15.
We're talking about big hitting. What a forehand. That was a bludgeoning forehand from Nadal. 15-13.
How about that?
Exquisite. Great response at the end of it. She loves the target when the opponent comes in, and so difficult off a slice where it stays down low. Great wrist work here.
Oh, 10 out of 10. That is an uber angle right there from Cressy. That was just delicious.
1 game all, second set.
If you've been to Wimbledon, or even if you haven't, you'll have heard of the iconic hill, a place to sit, relax and watch the tennis away from the courts. And this year is being transported across the pond to somewhere a little bit special, the Big Apple. And we caught up with a man who'll be singing there. Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Sam Fisher, Australian pop star. Obviously, you got a new single, All My Lovin'.
Yeah.
But before we get on to that, you're on centre court at Wimbledon, and as a massive tennis fan, this must be kind of a dream come true moment.
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. First of all, thank you for calling me a pop star. Appreciate that. But before that, tennis was my life. And this is the first centre court of any major I've been to, which is mad because Wimbledon is, it's Wimbledon. It's like the mecca of tennis right here. So it's, yeah, I'm freaking out. I'm probably blacked out. So who knows what I'm going to say. But,
well, you can do that at the end of the day. For the time being, let's just chat. What are your first memories, I guess, of Wimbledon and possibly watching a match on centre court at home in Australia?
Yeah, oh my goodness. I mean, I remember being, I think I was 13 or 14 when Roger Federer and Nadal had their 5-set epic, which I think was like 11-9 in the 5th. But I just remember that being so epic. And we didn't have many grass courts back in Sydney, but my local tennis club, which is the Clara Lawn Tennis Club, was where I kind of got my footing. So this is really just unbelievable to be on. And I want to step on it so bad, but.
Oh my gosh, I'll lose my job. Do not do that now. In terms of this year,
yeah,
Australian chances?
You know what? So my mate, James Duckworth, who played last night, I was rooting for him. I know we're in England, and I was against Andy, and he's your boy. But James and I played tennis together growing up in Sydney. So it was really cool to see him on here. But, you know, there are so many amazing Australian players. Ash Barty, unfortunately, isn't here back this year, which is a shame. I know Kyrgios is playing today. I love Nick, such a showman. So who knows? I mean, I think could go all the way. He's played so well leading up to this, so we'll see. I'm backing him as the Australian chance.
So he's going to win the men's side, who's going to win the women's side?
It's got to be Swiatek, doesn't it? She's on such a hot streak, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's got to be Iga Swiatek, of course. Okay, well, you're also here because you're doing something pretty special at the weekend, not at Wimbledon. New York have the Hill this year, which is something which has never been done before, and you are singing your new single. Yeah. What a moment for you.
It's going to be incredible. I haven't been to New York since before the pandemic, and to be able to go there, present my new single, play a couple more songs on the Hill, and Flushing Meadows is there as well, so big tennis history in New York. So I think it's going to be great. And it's the summer in New York. I think everyone's just going to be loving it.
Sam, obviously Wimbledon is about so much more than tennis as well. Your first time here, have you experienced the true Wimbledon as well, the strawberries and cream, the weather? Yes, you're experiencing that now. These are my first few moments at Wimbledon ever. I remember in 2012, the Olympics, my mate and I came, we queued for a couple hours, and then we honestly gave up, which is really poor form from us. But it's unbelievable to be in here. It's like a childhood dream come true. I was just singing your song as well on the way up here. City's Gonna Break My Heart. Love that song. Have any of the tennis stars ever used that on TikTok? To your knowledge? To my knowledge, no, but there are a fair few TikToks done. I know Ash Barty and I exchanged some words on Instagram at least, which was really cool. She's a legend, but yeah, maybe. I'm gonna say yeah. Sam, you're a legend. Have the best time here at Wimbledon, and good luck on the Hill in New York. Thank you, it's going to be amazing. Can't wait. Right, well, time to bring you up to speed on some of the big names who are in action on day 2. Let's start on centre court then with the world number 1, Iga Swiatek, who opened up proceedings against Croatia's Jana Fett. And what a way she started her campaign here at the All England Club. She won that matchup in 1 hour and 16 minutes and now has a 36-match unbeaten streak, the most in the Open era. Following Swiatek onto centre court was Rafa Nadal, 2 times champion here at the All England Club. He took on the Argentinian player Francisco Cerundolo. It was the first time these two have met.
That's absolutely sensational. That is absolutely out of the top drawer. Look at Nadal's reaction.
Nadal then threw in 4 sets on centre court, and his ambitions of a calendar slam are still firmly on. Another big name followed on centre court. This time it was Serena Williams. She faced Harmony Tan of France, and it was their first encounter as well, with Harmony Tan saying how excited she was to be playing a 7-time Wimbledon singles champion.
Got it. And look at the reaction. She's done it. Centre court rises as one.
Well, massive disappointment for Serena Williams, but having not played a singles match since this time last year in round 1, we always knew it was going to be a big ask. Nick Kyrgios was quoted saying he wanted to be the bad guy, and he proved to be just that by knocking out British wildcard Paul Jubb in their first round matchup, and it was quite the lively affair on court number 3. Well, in better news for the British fans, Ryan Pennison, making his debut here at Wimbledon, knocked out Henry Laaksonen, something he's been dreaming of since a young child. And away from the court, we had disappointing news as the current Queen's champion, Matteo Berrettini, has withdrawn from the championship due to COVID, and he wrote in a statement online, "I'm heartbroken. I have no words to describe the extreme disappointment I feel. The dream is over for this year, but I will be back stronger." We wish him all the best in his recovery and really hope we get to see him back here in 2023. Well, that's you up to date with some of the results from the big names here on day 2. But let's bring you up to speed on some of the things you may have missed from around the ground.
There's a young lad fast asleep behind Sakura's team. I reckon he was in the queue last night. Well moved.
Evasive action from the line judge.
There he is. Oh, what's going on?
Shouldn't he be at school?
Oh, no clap for a catch this time.
Yes. Oh,
We saw that.
you're not allowed. Oh, goodness me. I've never quite seen one like this before.
14.
Ball still hasn't left the hands of that young man on duty here. Waiting for an opportune time to toss it back.
Oh, goodness. Little bit of wizardry from Harry Potter. That was nice, wasn't it?
Someone scored very well, must be an Englishman with the way that the cricket team's playing recently.
That's good speed.
Triple roll.
He's having fun now, isn't he?
He did the triple football soccer roll.
Get us a highlight reel somehow.
Simply how many rolls he does here.
Well, there's no shortage of big personalities and famous faces around these grounds. And despite trying to camouflage himself, we found someone who ticks both those boxes.
My first recollection of that is probably, you know, the Williams sisters, of course, glowing and flowing, winning at Wimbledon. Probably a young Andy Murray, Federer, Nadal, the uprising of Djokovic. Had the strawberries and cream, had the Pims, the fish and chips. What else? I was trying to get some marquee things done here. I think I did that. Sat at center court, watched Djokovic. I'd come back with a blanket so I can chill out on the hill. That's pretty fire. I think center court is an amazing situation. We got to court 2, I believe. So I guess when I come back, I want to go to like court 1.
Well, another great day of action then here on day 2 at the All England Club, and it's now time to look ahead to the action on day 3 with Adam Hunt. And Adam, I guess if you're a British fan, you want to be on centre court tomorrow, don't you?
Yes, it certainly is going to be two very interesting matches, two potentially difficult matches for both Andy Murray and Emma Raducanu. Let's focus on Raducanu first, because she's playing Caroline Garcia, who is unseeded for this year's championships, but that doesn't tell the whole story at all. She's a former world number 4, the French woman, and a very, very, very tidy player. She's had some great results previously, not always necessarily here at Wimbledon, but on the other surfaces at the Grand Slams. She knew at that moment when she won her match in the first round that she was going to likely be on centre court playing against Emma Raducanu, and I think for all players at this level, they dream of playing on the big arenas, and Garcia's got that opportunity, and she would love to, I suppose, tear up the script and beat Emma Raducanu. As for Andy Murray, he's got a difficult one as well. He goes into that one, I would say, more of a favourite against John Isner than Emma does against Caroline Garcia, but John Isner, as we know, is such a difficult player to play because he's just not like anyone else. He's 6'10", absolute beanpole. He's got that huge serve. It's so difficult to get any rhythm when you play him because the ball's just constantly flying past your head. He's hitting ace after ace after ace. But Andy Murray is going to have to be at his best to win that match. But I think he'll be really happy with the performance against James Duckworth. A lot of question marks about his fitness. He said he was all right prior to Wimbledon. But the proof is in the pudding out on the court, and he looked pretty good against Duckworth. So I would be picking Andy Murray to get through that one, but he may drop a set or two.
But let's talk about who's first up then on centre court as well tomorrow. Novak Djokovic up against Thanasi Kokkinakis, another Australian. He's playing doubles, isn't he, with Nick Kyrgios as well later in the tournament. That will be a pretty exciting matchup too.
It will be. Kokkinakis is another fiery competitor. As you mentioned, his doubles there. He's a good friend of Nick Kyrgios, and he spoke actually in the lead up to Wimbledon about how winning the doubles title, it wasn't singles, it was doubles at the Australian Open, did inspire him to have some better results on the singles side for the rest of the year. And Djokovic had a bit of a wobble really in his first round match, didn't he?
Like last year as well.
Like last year, he lost a lot of parallels to that match last year against Jack Draper, losing a set but then able to come through it. This is going to be his opportunity to claim a Grand Slam this year. He will feel that weight of expectation, and I expect him to produce a workmanlike performance tomorrow against Kokkinakis.
Well, talking of workman, he's actually been working on something in his garden ahead of the championship, something we may not realise that he's actually any good at. It's like trying to put up a trampoline, guys.
Okay, thank you. You just tell me and do it. Don't worry, I'll tell you. Cazzo, questo è difficile. Vai, vai! No, no! No, aspetta, no, questo è un po'.
Caponete il trampolino da sta vita.
Così sta bene.
Okay, well, thanks, Adam, for giving you our thoughts for tomorrow and who you have your eye across, and we'll review those tomorrow, of course. And guys, thank you so much for watching today, but we do want to hear from you as well. So we want to know what your favourite part of Wimbledon is. Send them in to us using the Wimbledon socials, and you never know, we might show them on the show tomorrow. But that is it from day 2 here at the All England Club. We hope you loved it as much as we have, and we'll see you tomorrow.